Hello, everyone. I'm here. Sorry, I need to eat a little bit. I only have 1 hour today. I'm here for 1 hour. And then I have to go because I have an appointment. I'm going to get my hair cut. I need to go get my hair cut. So you have 1 hour to ask me questions or ask me about English. Please don't ask me silly questions. Think about your questions. Okay, think about your questions. I love questions. I want questions. But I don't like silly questions. Ask yourself how difficult it would be to answer that question. You know? How can you speak confidently during a job interview? Okay, that's a good question. I like that question. Lipse, or Lipesh, I would say, Lipesh, you need to be confident. That's the only thing that you need to be in a job interview. You have to be confident in a job interview. Interviews are about confidence. If you cannot be confident, don't go to an interview. That's the only thing you need to do. The only thing you must do is be confident. Why? Because what is a job interview? A job interview is somebody who has a problem. They have a problem and they need a solution to that problem. Okay? So if you look like you're confident, you look like you are the solution. If you look like you are not confident, then you look like you're just another problem. They already have one problem. They don't want another problem. So that's why you need to be the guy who says, oh, you have a problem? I can help you with that problem. I would love to help you with that problem. Okay? If you look like you're the guy who says, I can help you with this problem and I want to help you with this problem, that will get you hired. Okay? But if you look like you are another problem, then you won't get hired. That's really all it is. So here's my suggestion. If you are not confident in interviews, how do you become confident? How can you become confident doing anything? For example, how do you become confident riding a bicycle? If you've never ridden a bicycle before and you start riding, you're not confident when you start, so how do you become confident? You do it more, right? If you ride your bike more, you will be more confident. So, Lipesh, here's my suggestion. My suggestion is you should go do some job interviews for jobs that you don't even want. So practice interviews. If you're nervous about interviews, then go do some more. Go find a job interview that you don't even want. You don't want that job. You just want the practice. You want the interview practice. So go do 10 interviews. If you go do 10 interviews for other jobs, then when you go do the one interview that you want, you'll be ready. Okay? Now, again, please forgive me. I have to eat a little bit. I only have a limited amount of time today, so I'm eating some leftover pizza. What's my goal in life? I really only have one goal. Try to be good. It's really simple. That's my only real goal in life. Try to be good. You'll have a job interview in English for your first time. Okay, so Majda, then like I said, if that's what you're nervous about, then go get 5 other interviews for jobs that you don't care about, just so you can practice getting experience with interviews. Okay, so then if you do 5 practice interviews, then you'll be ready for the one important interview. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you very much. Annyeonghaseyo. Hello, Zaki. If you're not confident, it means you need more practice. It means you don't feel good about your skills. That's all it means. How can you feel good about your skills? Well, the more you do your skill, the more you feel good about it. So do it more. Oh, man. These are rough days recently. Rough days. Benevolent. What's the meaning of this word and how to use it wisely? Benevolent is a word that means great, like very, very good. Of a person who gives a goodness. Let's say a person who's generous with their goodness is a benevolent person. Okay? There are many English words that have the letters B-E-N-E. B-E-N-E comes from Latin. The Latin language. B-E-N-E means good. It means good, bene. If you go to Italy, you can still say bene, and it means good. And they know that you're saying, good. Okay, so bene means good. So benefit, beneficial, benevolent, beneficent, okay? Beneficiary, okay? Benediction. All these bene words, they're all something about good. So benefit is something that's good for you. Okay? Beneficial, something that's good for you. Benevolent, a person who's very generous with their goodness. They give things a lot. They're good a lot. Okay? There's also the opposite of benevolent is malevolent. Malevolent. And malevolent has the letters M-A-L. If it says M-A-L, then maybe it means something bad. If it says B-E-N-E, then maybe it means something good. Okay, so benevolent means good. Malevolent means evil, bad. Okay, so if I say benevolent, you could say he's a very benevolent leader. He's a benevolent king. Okay, it means he's very gracious with his goodness. He gives his goodness out a lot. He's good a lot. He's more good than bad. That's benevolent. Okay? I mean, it's more than that, but yeah. Okay? But there are many English words that have the letters B-E-N-E, and they all come from the Latin root word bene, meaning good. All right? Okay, next question. Majda's wanting to know about if you're at B2 and you study for 4 hours, how much time will you need to get to C1? I don't know, Majda. Nobody can tell you how long it takes, okay? If someone tells you, oh, it will take you 4 months, they don't know. If they tell you it will take you 6 months, they don't know. If they tell you it will take you 2 years, they don't know. There is no way to know how long it will take. Okay? Majda, sometimes when we think about learning, we think learning is like traveling. We think learning is traveling, where when you travel, if I travel to New York City, it should take me about 14 and a half hours. Okay, so everybody, if anybody travels from here to New York City, it should take about 14 and a half hours. That's how travel works. That is not how learning works. Learning is different for everybody. Some people, it might take them 1 year to go from here to here. Some people, it might take them 10 years to go the same amount. So learning is not like traveling. You can't measure it and say it'll take this long. You cannot do that. Okay? Just work hard. Majda, sometimes we have a saying in English. I know you're not a man, but we say real men don't count. And what that means is, if you're at the gym and you see some guys at the gym and they're lifting weights, and they're saying, oh, how much did you lift? Oh, I lifted 200 pounds. Or how much did you lift? I lifted 300 pounds. I lifted 350 pounds. But then they asked this other guy, how much did you lift? And he said, I don't know, man. I don't count. I just lift. Don't count, just do. Don't compare, just do. Okay? Don't compare, just do. Okay, next question. Hello, Kelly, thank you. Zaki, your listening is not good enough. It's never good enough. You need to work on everything more, Zaki. You can't just do one and then say, oh, I did listening, I'm done listening now. No. You have to listen every day. Practice listening every day. You have to practice speaking every day. You have to practice writing every day. You have to practice reading every day. You have to practice thinking every day. You have to practice grammar and vocabulary and pronunciation every day. Okay? You're not finished with listening yet. No. You're not finished with listening yet. Reading is more important than others' English. No, reading is not more important. They're all important. They're all important. There are 8 things that are important. Reading, writing, listening, speaking, thinking. Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. Let me say it again. Reading, writing, listening, speaking, thinking. Reading, writing, listening, speaking, thinking. Reading, writing, listening, speaking, thinking. Those are the 5 active parts of language. Then there's also grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Those are the passive parts of language that you must practice. Okay? So if you don't know about pronunciation, you can't really speak well, can you? If you don't know about grammar, you can't write well, can you? Right? If you don't know about vocabulary, you can't read well, can you? So, there are 8 things: reading, writing, listening, speaking, thinking, grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Work on all of them. Okay. If I want to understand The whole of difficult English written. Fahim, you want to understand everything that's written. You can't. I don't understand everything that's written. I understand most things, but if you give me a book, like a medical book about some disease, or you give me a book about thermodynamics, I don't know about thermodynamics, and I don't know about microbiology, and I don't know. There are many things I don't know about, so if I read them, I can understand some, but not all. So, how can you improve your reading? You read. Read, 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 read. Read. Okay? Next question. I've been feeling that the more I learn, the harder it gets. That's true. The more you learn, the harder it does get. That's the nature of learning. Anything that you learn gets harder. Okay? But you need to get to a point where you can play with it. Most of you ask me questions about how can I be fluent, or when can I finish, or how long will it take? What you need to understand is you have to work on it until you can play with it. If you don't know it, you can't play with it. You understand? Right? So if I don't know scales in music, if I don't know a scale in music, can I play a song? No, you can't. If you don't know a scale, you can't play a song. You can't. You have to know at least a little bit. But if you learn every scale and you learn every chord and you know them all, now you can play with them. And that's when it becomes fun. So you need to learn the language well enough so that you can start to play with it. And when you can play with it, that's when it becomes more fun and enjoyable. Okay? But you can't play with it if you don't know it. You need to learn it so that you can play. Okay? So study so that you can play. Study so that you can play. All right? Okay, I don't know how to fix the picture definition, and I'm not that pretty, so nobody cares. Who cares what I look like? Nobody is here because I'm pretty. Okay? So if the camera is terrible, who cares? Who cares? You watch the CGTN channel. I don't know what that is. Zaki, first of all, the word you're trying to spell is listening. Listening, Zaki. Listening. Okay? And listening, do as much as you can. I'm not going to tell you. Okay? I'm not going to tell you that you need to do 30 minutes every day and you need to do 1 hour every day. Are you a child? If you are a child, then you will do it like that. Children treat it like that. Children say, oh, I'll do 30 minutes every day. When you want to learn something, you don't just say 30 minutes every day, you just learn. Why is that so hard to understand? Please listen to me. If you want to learn something, Just learn. Just do it. Stop whining. Stop complaining about how long it takes. You sound like children. It takes so long. How long does it take? Is it an hour? An hour so much. Oh my God, an hour. What will I do? Oh no. Grow up. If you want to learn, learn. Why do you act like babies? Can I do it for just 30 minutes? Is that okay? Is 30 minutes okay? That's babies. Learn. If you want to learn, learn. This is not hard. Okay? Do you want to do it or not? Make a choice. Make a choice. Do you want to learn or not? Okay? Stop talking about, 15 minutes every day or 30 minutes every day. Be honest. Sit down and do the work. Do the work. That's it. If you want people to respect you because you have a skill, then you have to do that work to get that skill. Okay? It's baby stuff when you talk about, is 30 minutes enough and is 1 hour enough? It's baby talk. Just do it. Don't measure how many minutes, just do it. Stop pretending like you want to learn and just learn. Okay? All right, next question. Hello, Carlos. How can you improve your speaking skills? You're not from the U.S. originally. Ryan, let me ask you a question. How do you think you can improve your speaking skills? How do you think you can improve your speaking skills? Did you think about it yet? Do you know an answer, or are you just waiting for me to give you one? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Next question is Fahim. Stop. I'm not going to answer that question. I don't know. I don't know when you will understand. How can I know when you will understand? How can I possibly know? I can't tell you when you will know something. Fahim, I'm not going to answer your questions. You need to go study. Just go study. Stop asking questions. Go study. Do we have to explicitly study and learn grammar? Yes, at least some. Even if you just want to learn English for fun, you still need some grammar. Okay? If you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, or you want to pass the IELTS or the TOEFL test, you need a lot of grammar for that. But if you just want to travel or play video games or talk with your friends online in English, you don't need all of that grammar, but you need some. You need some grammar. Of course, every language, you need some grammar. Okay? Apparently, the marrow of any edification is solely the implementation. Oh, I like that. Wow, that's heavy. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Do I have a recommendation for a podcast? Ron? Sure. Wait a minute. I told you about a podcast a while back, but you don't remember its name. Carlos, I've mentioned a lot of podcasts, so I'm not sure which podcast I told you about. Can you guys tell me? Yeah, there's Ron wants to know a podcast. I listen to TED Talks. I listen to All Things Considered. I listen to what's it called? The Moth Radio Hour. The Moth Radio Hour. I also listen to one called what's it called? Oh, This American Life. This American Life. That's another good one. What time do I usually get my last coffee? Bitter? Bitter. It's morning here, remember? It's morning. Where I live is morning. So it's normal to drink coffee in the morning. Okay? Where I come from, it's very normal to drink coffee here. When do I usually stop drinking coffee? Sometime in the afternoon. You know, like after lunch maybe. I'll finish my coffee and then I'm done with coffee for the day. Okay? The thing is, people have no patience. They want to jump the fence. Right. I know, Carlos, you're right. Carlos, and you play bass too, right, Carlos? So, guys, Carlos is a musician also, and I'm a musician. And do you know why that's important? Why does Carlos have an advantage? Why do I have an advantage? Because we are musicians. Do you know why? Because every musician has taken the time to study how to break something down, to break this down and say, I want to learn this thing. How can I do it? How can I learn the bass guitar? How can I learn the electric guitar? How can I learn the drums? We've taken the time to sit down and think about it and break it down, to learn it. So we understand the process of breaking things down, and we understand the process of repetition. Intense repetition. Intense repetition. Okay? Every musician knows about intense repetition. We don't play the song one time. We play the song thousands of times. Thousands. Okay? There are some songs that I have played on the drums at least a few thousand times. Okay? They know that practice makes progress. And they know that if you want to be good, then you have to be serious. You have to stop lying to yourself. You cannot be great if you do not do great things. You cannot be great if you don't do great things. Okay? So yeah, stop making excuses. That's right. All Things Considered is NPR. That's right. Let's see. You studied for 1 year, but you still can't understand a whole sentence. Fahim, I don't know. I don't know, Fahim. I don't know if I totally believe you. Fahim, you should come here every day. Okay? I'm here, not every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You should come here and listen and take notes. Okay? Maybe the way you're doing it is the wrong way. okay? And if you listen here, you'll hear great tips, okay? Hello, Effie, over in my YouTube channel. Hello, English Confidence. What are the best books for listening and reading comprehension A2, B1, B2? I don't use a lot of books anymore in my teaching. I use a lot of websites anymore. There are so many websites that have great reading materials for A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, right? So go to my website, and on my website, you can find the resources button, and then you'll see a lot of resources for reading and listening, right? So I use websites for almost all of my students now, okay? I have a few books that I still use. I do use a few. Like, there is a grammar book that I really like to use, but most of the information that I teach now, I teach using websites, not books. Okay, there are many reasons why that's a better choice. Books, you have to buy them. One, two, the book. Maybe that book is going to be wrong. What I mean is, books need to be changed every year, right? You have to adjust them every year. Things change. The language changes. There are things that you need to change, but. So if you print a book, as soon as you print that book, it's old. But a website, you can keep adjusting it to keep it current. Okay? Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Is that the podcast? I don't think I've heard that one, but if it's Conan O'Brien, I'm sure it's great. I don't pay attention to sports at all. I don't have any teams. I don't care about teams. And yes, All Things Considered is NPR. And Moth Radio. Yeah, that's a good one. This is my studio. Yes. What is the difference between a prisoner, an inmate, a convict, and a detainee? Detainee is not the same. Detain is just to be held. So a detainee doesn't necessarily mean that you broke a law. It just means that they are holding you while they're investigating, maybe, right? So, for example, the police can come and say, we're going to detain you. And usually they need a good reason. They should need a good reason. But what that means is you didn't do anything wrong, but we're going to hold you while we investigate to see what happened, okay? So you're being held. That's detained, okay? A convict. The word convict can be a noun or a verb. Convict is a noun. It means a prisoner. It's short for convicted, right? So to be convicted means that you went to court, they said you did this bad thing, and they said we proved it. We proved you did this. Once they prove it, then you have been convicted, and now you are a convict. You go into prison and you are a convict. Now the word prisoner and inmate and convict, they are pretty much the same thing, okay? Yeah, they're just used in different ways. So, for example, let me think about it for a minute. So if I say he's an ex-convict, that means at one point he was in prison. He went to prison for something serious. He's an ex-convict, okay? But we won't say ex-prisoner or ex-inmate, okay? So that means that convict is often the word we use when they're, when we're talking about what happens in court or what happens after prison, right? Ex-convict, right? He's a convict means he's now in prison. He's a prisoner. Okay, so I think my short answer would be prisoner, inmate, and convict are pretty much the same. Detainee is different. Okay, that's close enough for me. All right. I've been studying for 1 year and I can understand, but I can't speak well. What can I do? So, everybody, let me ask a question. Everybody. How long does it take to learn a language? Your language. If I ask about your language, how long does it take to be a master of your language? Anyone? Does anyone want to give an answer? 6 months. You think you can be a master in 6 months? A master. Two years. You could be a master in 2 years. You think you can master it? Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you be a master doctor in 2 years? Can you be a master pilot in 2 years? Can you be a master teacher in 2 years? Can you be a master pianist to play the piano in 2 years? A master. You can be a master of piano. A master. I didn't say you can play. I said be a master in 2 years. No, you cannot. So why am I asking you these questions? I'm asking you these questions because your question is a silly question. You're asking when you can finish something that can't be finished. You can't finish learning the piano. You can't finish learning the drums. You can't finish learning how to be a doctor. You can't finish learning how to be a lawyer. You can't finish German. You can't finish French. You can't finish Italian. You can't finish Chinese. You can't finish any language. It's a stupid question. It's a stupid question. And Tanya, always playing the devil's advocate when there doesn't always need to be a devil. Tanya, 5-year-olds can speak. They cannot speak well. I don't know any 5-year-old who speaks well. No child at 5 speaks well. They speak. They don't speak well. Okay, Obama speaks well. Do you know a 5-year-old who talks like that? No, you don't. Okay? You heard in the YouTube that somebody said 6 months is enough. Who said that, and why do you believe them? Just because someone said it doesn't mean it's true. Oh, okay, well, then I say you can learn it in 5 months. Just because I said it doesn't mean it's true? No. Okay, I have been learning Chinese for more than 10 years, and my Chinese still sucks. And I will learn Chinese forever. When I'm 99 years old, I will be learning Chinese. Okay, this is not stupid. It may be a little naive. Naive is maybe the better word. It's not stupid, it's naive. It's naive. Naive means it's silly, like a baby would think that. Being great at something is a process of work. Now, I know that between this, I know nothing, and here is I'm a master. Okay? Now, in between there is a point that you want to reach. That's in between being new and being a master. You want to reach the play point. The play point is in between. Okay? So, here's the first thing. If you ask me, how long does it take to learn a language? I will tell you forever. And I almost said a bad word because that's how much it means to me. It takes forever to learn anything. It takes forever. But if you want to reach a point where you feel good about your ability, that's the play point. That's the play point. And you need to reach a point where you feel like you know enough that you can play with it. Okay? Bebe said, I heard it takes 66 days. I heard. Good God, people! Please, listen to me carefully. Just because you heard it on the internet does not make it true! Do you know how silly that sounds? I heard somebody say. Who cares? Who cares what they said? Okay? I will give you one answer that is a pretty good answer. There is a study that has been done that says that if you want to be a master must do at least 10,000 hours. A master. You must do at least 10,000 hours of that thing to be a master. Now, do you have to do 10,000 hours to use English? No. But to master it, yes. Some of you are just deluded. Deluded. The word deluded, it means you think something that's not true. You think something that's not true. Bebe, can I ask how old you are? Please, may I ask how old you are? 19. All right. At 19, that's when you ask how many hours. Okay? You ask how long does it take? How many hours do I need to do? Is 2 hours enough? Okay? Is 3 hours enough? And here's what I will tell you. Great students don't count. Great students don't count. Okay? Don't count, just do. Don't count, just do. Don't count, just do. If you do it enough, you will know. You'll know. If you're tired, you're doing it enough. If you're frustrated, you're doing it enough. Okay? Yeah, don't count the hours. Don't count the age. Just study. Just study. Okay? And remember that the word master means something. Okay? The word master means something. Just because you play the drums doesn't mean you are a drummer. Did you know that? Can anyone here play the drums? There's 100 people here. Can anyone here play the drums? Anyone? Rodrigo can play the drums. Now, my question, Rodrigo, are you a professional musician? Are you a professional drummer? No, it's a hobby. Right. So now, Rodrigo, if somebody asked you, are you a drummer? Will you say, yeah, I'm a drummer, or will you say, I can play drums? You understand the difference, right? When you say, I'm a drummer, that's a job. That's somebody's job. Somebody does that for a job. That's their living. They do that as a job. So when you say, I'm a drummer too, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So the lesson I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to make you understand that some of you want to be great, but you don't respect greatness. If you want to be great, then you need to do great things. Okay? Now, Tanya, if you're still here, Tanya's point, which is a good point, is that you don't need to be a master of everything. You're right, you don't. I still think you should not think about the end point of learning. You should just learn. You should just keep learning, keep progressing, keep pushing forward. Stop trying to find the end. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean you can't try to determine if you need to improve on some things. So maybe you're learning and you need to focus more on your weaknesses, right? You're not good at reading, you're not good at writing, so you need to do those more. Okay? But I don't know. You guys just need to understand it's very, very simple. It's very, very, very simple. If you want to be good, just do it. Okay? Just do it. Can a 35-year-old who just started learning English become a master? Sure. Yeah. Lucas, you could. Yeah. But more importantly, Lucas, can a 35-year-old begin learning a language and reach the play point? Yes, you definitely can reach the play point. Okay? That's the fun part. Just like music. Guys, music. If you've ever tried to learn a musical instrument, then you know what I'm talking about. Because in the beginning, when you learn a musical instrument, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's not fun. It's practice. It's hard work. But then if you get to a point where you can play one song, and you can play the song and you enjoy the song and you know the song well and you feel like you can enjoy it, that's the play point. So you have to know something well enough to be able to enjoy playing. Okay? And remember, when you say, just remember that there is somebody who takes it more seriously than you do. There is somebody whose job, that's their job, is to be a master of English. And they have studied their whole lives doing it. Right? Okay. You tried to play drums, but it sounded like something from a Chinese funeral drum? Okay. Do I like watching wilderness survival programs? I do, actually. Depending on the program. My favorite one is one just called Survivor Man. That was the best one. Some of the survival programs are a bit stupid. I don't like the competitive survival program or TV programs because survival's not a competition. It's stupid. That's a stupid idea. It's just a stupid idea. Everything has to be a competition on TV. It's really stupid. I just want to watch somebody do something cool. I don't need it to be a competition. Everything does not need to be a competition. But on TV it does. Music is fun, not like subjects that you study. Music is a subject. Do you know what a Mixolydian scale is? Do you know what an Ionian scale is? Do you know what diatonic means? Those are musical terms. There's a lot of theory that you need to learn. But it's fun after you learn it. It's more fun. Okay? It's more fun. All right. All right. If you're new, hello, my name is Teacher Mark. I'm a teacher. Really. And I am here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday. Okay? We'll just say Monday through Saturday. Okay? I have been on Hello Talk for 12 years. 12 years! No joke. I've been on Hello Talk 12 years. Okay? I have done more than 2,000 hours of English teaching. I'm an English teacher. English. That's what I'm teaching right now. Okay? I've done more than 2,000 hours of teaching English here. I have about 84,000 followers here. They follow me because I teach English. They follow me because I am a real teacher. Okay? They follow me because I have good tips about learning. They follow me because I yell at you. Sometimes it's good to be yelled at. Okay, let's see. Miriam said, what detainee inmate could they be for someone whose crime is not yet proved yet? Ooh, wow. Detainee, yes. Inmate, I don't think so, Miriam. That might be a little complicated, Miriam. It's possible that maybe they might use that term in court, because sometimes courts, there's a jail, there's a little jail behind the court, right? That's where they keep the prisoners when they're bringing them out. I don't know. Maybe they might be called inmates when they're in that jail, and so maybe, but usually the term inmate is for somebody who has already been convicted. All right? So I don't know the answer to that one. That's a little more complex. It's possible that the court prison, maybe they are considered inmates when they're in the court prison, but I would guess they're maybe considered detainees. All right? My channel name. Here's my YouTube. Here is my website. And here is my podcast. But not all inmates are convicted. I think they are, Miriam. Let me double check. Let me just see legally. Let me see. Are all inmates convicted of crimes? Huh? Okay, right. Yeah, but still, that seems... yeah, you're right. Okay, so... Yeah. If they charge you with a crime, and you're being held before you're convicted, then you're an inmate. Yes. Okay? All right? Thank you, Hamburger. Does the double army, I don't even know what that means, the double army. What is the double army? How many hours of live streaming, you mean, Flavia? Let's find out. I have done 1,247 live streams for 129735. For 2,162 hours. If you've been on Hello Talk every day, would you master English? Maybe, maybe not. It depends. If you're on Hello Talk doing nothing, if you're on Hello Talk just flirting with girls, then no, you won't learn anything. Okay? Wow, you guys are too nice. Thank you for following me. To be kind in this lifetime is not easy. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Tell you about the words. Tell you about what words? You guys are too nice. You guys are too nice. How many years of live streaming? 5? About 5 years. Yeah, Miriam. So if you get charged with a crime, but you have not been convicted yet, like maybe you got charged with battery. Battery means assault, like you hit somebody. Okay, you got charged with assault. So they might put you in jail while they're waiting for court. So in that time, you are an inmate. In that time, you are considered an inmate, but you're not convicted yet. You're just being detained. That's where it gets confusing, right? Because in that case, you're a detained inmate, pre-convicted. Okay? Okay, guys, I need to go. I'm so sorry, but I do need to go. I've been here for 1 hour today. Usually I'm here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes longer. But I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, I'm here most days. Unless I'm sick. If I'm sick, then I'm not here. If I'm busy, maybe I'm busy and I'm not here. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I need a day off and I'm not here. Okay, so occasionally I'm not here, but I'm here a lot. Okay, but if I'm not here, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch my YouTube videos. There's hundreds of them there. Okay, if I'm not here, you can go read my blog. Those are articles that I wrote about learning, about English. Okay, if I'm not here, you can go to my website and you can study English on my website for free. Okay. What's my main job? My main job is being me. That's my main job. Okay. I do anything that I can do. So, if you see behind me the drums, I am a drummer. And that is a job that I do. That is one job I do. I have been a professional drummer since I was about 18 years old. Okay, so sometimes I go play music. I play drums. I'm a drummer. Okay, sometimes I do that. I am also an English teacher. I started teaching English in 2009. I have my TESOL certificate. I've done about 5 years of teaching overseas. Okay, and I teach online. All right. I also have done marketing work. I used to work for HelloTalk as their marketing guy. So I do anything that I can do. I'm a drum teacher. I'm a drummer. I'm an English teacher. I'm a teacher. I used to do marketing. I'm writing a book. My job is being me. Your job is being you. Young Kofi, you don't need a girlfriend, man. You just need to spend more time learning about you. Stop trying to learn about girls. Learn more about yourself, young Kofi. Okay? If you don't know about yourself, then when girls come, they won't know about you either. But if you learn about yourself, then when girls come, they will learn about you too. So, why does a bee go to the flower? Because it's interesting. So, if you want girls to talk to you, you must be interesting. So that means you have to develop yourself. Develop yourself. Make yourself interesting, and people will be interested. Okay? All right. Young Kofi, I must go. I must go. I must go. Okay? Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Come back and see me again sometime, okay? Yes. Get to know yourself. Do you know yourself? You should. All right. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.